Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is happening? Your boy Dread is back, and I'm here to give you guys my review of the Pittsburgh Steelers 2021 draft class. Now, overall, was I pleased with this draft? I can say we've taken care of a lot of needs, but there's one glaring need that we don't have yet, or we have yet to really address. I'll take care of that in a second. But, yeah. As far as my overall grade, if I had to grade the 2021 draft class from F being the lowest to A plus being the highest, I would give the Pittsburgh Steelers a solid B, maybe a B plus if I want to be generous. But overall, I'll give them a solid B. Now, I took to my Facebook page probably about 3 or 4 days before the draft. You guys feel free to add me on there if you want. I might make a personal, I might make a YouTube-friendly Facebook page, like a fan page or whatever, and just separate that from my personal page or whatever. Anyway, on my page, I address the fact that we need a younger quarterback, a tight end, a running back, and if we beef up the O-line and maybe get us an edge rusher or something like that, maybe, then we should be fine. And like I said, most of those needs we addressed. Now, on to our draft picks. Our first round draft pick, possibly top 2 running backs in this entire draft class, Najee Harris. There's just something ironic about the Steelers having a running back named Harris. Now, this kid is explosive. A lot of people are comparing him to Le'Veon Bell. They're saying he's Le'Veon Bell 2.0. And some people, even though this might be kind of a stretch, some people saying that he might be Chris Johnson with hands. I mean, because nowadays, with the game changing, the game's evolving. You need to be able to, if you're a running back, you have to sort of be a slot receiver in some sorts, because the majority of these running backs, they can catch now. They can catch like little 10 to 15 yard slot passes. Some of them maybe even catch a long 40, 50 yard bomb, and that's great. But Najee Harris, I mean, he's 6'2", 225. That's a very good size for a running back, because most running backs are about 5'10", 5'9", 5'10", 5'11". Like, so 6'2" for a running back is very, very, it's tall. So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, and the dude, he's got some fast-ass legs. So, that's all. And the thing is, he's strong, too, got a hell of a stiff arm. So, that's going to be useful. And that fits the Smash Mouth Steelers running back stereotype. So, and the thing is, everyone's like, a lot of people were pissed off at this pick. They were upset with it because they're like, well, what's the point of having a top-notch running back if we don't have an O-line? We're going to get to that. But yeah, overall, I was satisfied with this pick. I was like, well, if we don't get a running back in at least the second or third round of the draft, which is what most people were expecting, they're like, well, does this mean that we're going to let Benny Snell start for us? Now, in my video with the Steel Twins, shout out to them, I said if we didn't, then we should get, Benny Snell should get a second look as a starter. And I think he's still going to be that second string guy. I mean, the thing is, I feel like that it could be useful because Benny Snell and Najee Harris are two different kinds of running backs. One's more of one is a speedy, elusive back, and then you got one who can kind of do it all, which is Najee Harris. But overall, I was pleased with the Najee Harris pick. Second, Pat Freiermuth, a.k.a. Baby Gronk. So, I addressed our need for another tight end because Vance McDonald retired and all we have is Eric Ebron. You know what? I would be excited if the Steelers went into a 2 tight end set where we might drop a wide receiver off, or we might have an extra, and then we end up having Eric Ebron and Pat Freiermuth lined up in on two separate sides. That would be very useful when we have a blocking tight end and a receiving tight end on the same field at the same time. Do we want to go in that set? I mean, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like I said, we need to, with our new offensive coordinator, we need to give different looks. We need to mix up some things, and we need to kind of confuse the defense because despite us having an 11-0, starting an 11-0 record last year, we had a very, very, our play calling was very predictable. And that's what I like because I was like, well, we need to switch up the play calling because if we don't, then a lot of teams are going to catch on to that. And that's kind of what happened in the last half of the season. But yeah, we're going to, like to me, I like this pick, and I'm seeing where this is going to go. And like I said, he was given the nickname Baby Gronk, so we are going to see if he lives up to that. Now our next pick, Kendrick Green, Cinder. I'm saying we need to beef up the O-line, especially because Marquise Pouncey unexpectedly retired. Like, hope thank you for serving the Pittsburgh Steelers for 9 years, giving us 9 good seasons. We wish you well in your future. The Kendrick Green pick for center, I like that, but he's going to, of course, like anybody, he's going to need time to develop. He's going to need time to get used to this Pittsburgh Steelers system, and he's going to need to keep up with that Ben Roethlisberger snap count. So do I expect him to start right away? Not really, but he is. I believe that you're going to have to incorporate him into their some kind of way, slowly but surely incorporate him. So that way he can get the snap count right, he can get the ball out quick, and he can actually block for Big Ben. Also, a big thing, a lot of people don't really understand this, how vital a good center is, because centers, they take the most of a pounding because they have to shrug off defensive linemen and they have to shrug off linebackers too. So, yeah, I mean, if he's healthy, the kid could be a potential monster. So I'm not worried in that regard at all. Next pick, who we got? We got Dan Moore Jr., tackle. Woo! Also, like I said, to me, this is a very, very good pick. Now, I've seen some of Dan Moore Jr.'s college highlights. I mean, and the thing is, now for his size, he's speedy as hell, and he can actually get off some decent blocks, and that's something that the Pittsburgh Steelers need, because that was addressed last year. I mean, because that's one of the reasons why later on in the seasons that we kind of faltered was the blocking, or like the lack of being able to block. And I believe that with Dan Moore, like, he's got the size and he's got the speed to to make up for what we was losing last year. So the Dan Moore Jr. pick, underrated. I like it. Next, Buddy Johnson, linebacker. We lost Bud Dupree, and we got Buddy. Lost Bud, got Buddy. I mean the dude, 6'3", 250 pounds, and he's got a wicked burst of speed. Now, a lot of people, he's been compared to a couple of other Steelers, linebackers. Like, they're saying he's like a younger Vince Williams, and I'll take that. The thing is, like I said, we kind of need that help inside linebacker. But I don't know if we, like, as far as defensive formations, do we want to go 4 linemen, 3 linebackers, or do we want to go 3 linemen, 4 linebackers? Do we want to go 4-4, or do we want to go 4-3 or 3-4? Me personally, I think that we should go. I think we should go 4-3. I think we should go 4 linemen and 3 linebackers. I mean, that, to me, that does make the most sense, because that's, T.J. Watt, he can still kind of work his magic, and it can give the defensive line, more time to shrug off the O-line and, give them time to get after the quarterback. So that's a pretty good catch right there. Now, our round 5 pick, Isaiah Loudermilk, defensive end. A lot of people say that we need another DE or another, guy who can, rush off the edge. I really do like this pick. We beefing up our defensive line as well as our O-line. Now, as far as our defensive line being able to get to the quarterback more, Pittsburgh Steelers, they had, I think they were top 3 at rushing the quarterback, or the top 3, pressures, and also top 3 in sacks. The Steelers have been top 5 at top 3 in sacks in the last, 2 to 3 years. So having this guy for more defensive line depth, I really do like this pick. This pick does, it speaks to me. So, and the thing is, hopefully this guy can stay healthy, because that's also a big issue. That was also a big issue with our D-line is, our health, especially later on in the season. But I like the Isaiah Loudermilk pick. We're going to see how this goes. Now, our 6th round pick was Quincy Roche from Miami. The Pittsburgh Steelers love picking them some linebackers up in the draft. And guess what? We have a great track record doing so. If it's one thing the Pittsburgh Steelers know how to do in an NFL draft, is pick running backs, wide receivers, and linebackers. So this gives us more depth at linebacker, because I don't know what it is, but it seems like we run through linebackers like toilet paper. Kind of like the linebackers are pretty much like the wide receivers of the defense. So yeah, and the thing is, I didn't really get a chance to watch him much, because I haven't really watched Miami college football in quite some time, despite me being somewhat of, I'm not really a fan, but Miami produces some of the top football talent in the world. And for you to be a linebacker out of a college like the U, that speaks volumes to me. And like I said, this Pittsburgh Steelers have been top 3, top 5 at rushing the quarterback and getting sacks in the last couple of years or so. And if this kid can bring to the table what I think he does, he should be just fine. Especially if we switch up our defensive formation from 4-3 to 3-4. So yeah, I mean the Isaiah, not the Isaiah Loudermilk pick, but this Quincy Roach pick, I like it a lot. Now we got 2 7-rounders. Our first one was Trey Norwood from Oklahoma, who is a safety. That's right, love the pick. Beef up the secondary and get Minkah Fitzpatrick some help. Now, I don't know whether, I'm making this video right now on Monday, May 3rd at about 7:30 p.m. So we don't know what's going to happen with Terrell Edmonds. Terrell Edmonds, I like him, but like as far as we're going to extend him or keep him, that's a whole different story. I'll get back to you guys on that in another video. But I do like this pick because we got rid of Mike Hilton, our slot corner, and we got rid of a couple of other of our safeties. So us beefing up the secondary is a much needed thing, because when was the last time that the Pittsburgh Steelers secondary was actually scary? Like I said, Minkah Fitzpatrick, he is awesome. He's done wonders for us, but in that backfield, he can't do it all. Or can he? But anyway, I like the idea of being able to get him some help. But like we're gonna see how they're gonna incorporate him into that scheme. Or is he gonna play center field? Is he gonna be kind of like a slot safety / corner, or is he just gonna be on special teams? My guess is for the first few games, maybe even the first season, they're gonna see how he can stack up with defense. They're gonna give him so I believe he's gonna be more of a special teams guy than him being an actual starter. But that's something I'm excited to see. So we'll see how it works out. Next, Pressley Harvin III, punter. A lot of people didn't like this pick. It's like, why are you going to waste a draft pick on a punter? 1, it's the 7th round. 2, Jordan Berry isn't exactly a Pro Bowl caliber punter. So, and the thing is, this kid is an athlete. If you ask me, I would compare him to Markel King. Now, people don't know who Markel King is. He's a punter / special teams guy who played for the Raiders. And I've seen some highlights from Pressley Harvin III, and he's more than just a punter. I feel like that he's going to be one of those multi-purpose Swiss Army knife kind of guys. And guess what? That's something that the Pittsburgh Steelers have kind of been hurting for. We need more versatility. That's the thing. Like it's good to be good at one thing, but you don't want to be one-dimensional, because one-dimensional teams in the NFL, they get picked apart. What works in college does not work in the National Football League. At least not all the time. So I do like this pick. It's not a waste to me, and I'm really interested to see where this is going to go. But like I said, overall, I would give the Pittsburgh Steelers draft grade a solid B. And anyway, you guys let me know what you thought of this 2020 draft. I will probably maybe do a separate review of the overall NFL draft. Maybe a collaboration with some bigger YouTubers. We're going to see how that works out. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Talk to you next time. See you soon. Peace.